Welcome to Boaty Cam.
You're doing Boaty Cam again?
And you join me in a rather special car, which I'm going to tell you all about after I've closed this gate. Are you locking it?
No, not locking it, just closing it.
Okay, I'll do that.
Boaty Cam, Boaty Cam, Boaty Cam is on the way. Boaty Cam is locking the gate, he's closing the gate. Pull your pants up, mate. Ooh, ooh, PG, Boaty Cam. The YouTube channel's not any good, but he's a nice guy. I'm sorry, Mr. Boaty.
To make YouTube videos with...
Oh, you had me at YouTube videos. Let's go, Boaty.
Yeah.
Yo.
You join me in Captain Mustard's Rover 420 GSi Tourer. And that is a very rare motor car indeed. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Yes, a very rare motor car indeed, and a very interesting car, the 400 Tourer.
Yes.
You find it interesting?
I love it. It's my... It is. I don't know. I just wish I drove it more often.
It's interesting how the car came about, because of course the Tourer was a very late, almost an afterthought to the R8 package, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
The Tourer was not introduced until the R8 was well and truly on its way, and although it is of course an estate, it was never introduced to be an estate in practical terms. It was introduced as a luxury vehicle that just happened to take an estate form. Now, the fact is that we appear to be turning right into a garage.
Petrol.
Boaty Cam is up and running. Right, we are now fueled up, and as I was saying, that I personally think that the 400 was a singularly unattractive car. It was a basic 3-box design. Theoretically, came about as a result of the Montego, but it was significantly uglier than the Montego, I think, whereas the Tourer variant is actually a very handsome beast in my book, and a much better basis for a luxury variant. And that's how the Tourer was marketed. It was marketed as a luxury variant on the platform, rather than a utilitarian or more practical version. Would you agree with that, Captain?
I wasn't listening.
Right, very sensible.
No, I think the 4-door version was a very handsome car.
Really?
I prefer it to the hatchback. I
Oh.
prefer it to the cabby. I don't prefer it to the coupe. The Rover coupe was the most wonderful looking coupe of the 90s. From every angle it just looked.
I assume
Absolutely lovely.
I assume you mean the Tomcat rather than just the 200 coupe.
Well, you're thinking of the same thing.
Well, I'm not, because there was a coupe variant of the 200 that was just a two-door version in coupe form.
That's not a coupe, is it? That was a hatchback. It was a 3-door hatch.
It was, but it was marketed as a coupe.
Well, it's not a coupe, is it? It's got a hatch. A coupe is a boot.
Is it?
As you say, the Tomcat was the coupe. That is a coupe. It's got the sloping back end and the boot and the impracticality to boot.
So a Calibra is not a coupe?
No, not really. But I mean, you still call it one, don't you?
Interesting.
Yeah, a proper coupe is supposed to be a booted car.
I never realised that.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. But yeah, I maintain that the 400 Saloon is a deeply unpleasant looking vehicle.
The facelift or the original? Well, look, the Logan.
The original.
He was looking at my car longingly then, of course.
Was it? Right, yeah.
I was considering us going in the ZF instead.
Oh, that would have been fun.
Yeah, but the fuel consumption, just doing the slow moving around the 20 miles per hour thing, not good for that at all. This is great for it.
I think the steering wheel is lovely on these, but I think that the gear knob is inadequate.
You prefer the bigger, chunkier one from the 25?
Yeah, and I preferred it to be leather.
Yeah, fair dues. I wouldn't disagree with you there.
The dashboard is, well, for the first time that I've ever known in one of your cars, the dashboard has been treated with some dash shine. And not the best one.
Well, there was a while back when I put something on it. It was a few weeks back.
Yeah, but it's that awful stuff that's,
Shiny stuff.
it's too shiny and it's sticky to the touch. I like the Auto Glim, it's a lot more subtle. But it's a nice place to be inside here. You've got the elements of genuine fake wood, although
It's not fake, but it's laminate, isn't it?
collar and cuffs don't match.
No, you're right actually. Different colour.
Does the stereo work?
It does, but there's a bit of a loose wire somewhere, I think, because it works and then it doesn't. But it's one of those things where I spend so little time, it never really bothers me.
You see, the stereo has obviously been codged in. It used to have an aftermarket.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, because the DAB aerial is a
Well, the chap
dead
who had
giveaway
it
there.
wanted extra money for the stereo, and I thought, well, I'm not really interested in the stereo, so you keep it.
Ah, okay.
Of course, he loses his aerial.
Right, yeah. You've got the exciting half leather Ricardo seats.
Yep, they're good, aren't they? They're nice and firm, but comfortable as well.
Yeah, they're very nice. These were the best thing about the 800 Vitesse. We've got, oh, that's interesting.
Focus.
No, it is an electric sunroof, but of course the switches down to the right of the steering wheel.
Sunroof works as well.
Excellent. My favourite ashtray. That is the same ashtray as in the 25, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's 20p in it. And it's an old style 20p. Oh, did you know that, well, I've been told this, I don't know if it's true, but did you know that the new coins have been released?
No?
I'm told that they have been. Oh, and then you've got storage under here, cassette storage, but it's in a different format to that in the 25. That's interesting. Electric windows in the rear or sports windows?
No, the sports in the back.
Okay.
And, see, this may be the top of the range, but it's not the top of the range is what it used to be, because that's where the aircon button was.
Ah.
The GSi. And the GSi as well, of course, had rear electric windows.
Did it?
But they didn't do a GSi Tourer.
I suppose the argument would be that you wouldn't want electric windows in the rear of a Tourer because you got your children in there.
But you could argue that if you wanted.
Well, we're of a generation where you were told not to play with the windows when you were a kid because they'd probably break. Tool station. I know there's a thing called Babe Station.
Yeah, there is.
I don't know what it is though.
I'm not sure I'm in the wrong place actually.
Well, I can't see a motor factor.
Yeah, I can't remember there's one on the other side.
Ah. That's quite an exciting area. Oh, a train!
Yep.
How fantastic!
Oh no.
God, I love a train. I haven't been on a train for ages. Last time I went on a train, oh, amazingly, ladies and gentlemen, around the other side is just the other side of the same buildings.
Yep, this is what I was thinking of.
The last time I was on train was going down to collect my Rover 45 V6.
Was it?
Yeah. A car which you are yet to drive,
I know.
but which I'm desperately hoping you will drive very, very soon. Because if you're driving the Rover 45 V6, it means that I've got my Land Rover back.
Ah, yes.
And that will be a splendid day indeed. We're driving away from the train track, which is not the same as driving towards it. There's a potential perp on the right, but not for me, quite honestly. Now we've got Howdens, who of course are the most popular kitchen maker. We've got Euro Car Parts, which is probably what we're looking for.
It is.
There's a staff entrance and there's a customer entrance.
Gosh, it's warm, isn't it? Summer's back.
I'm a little bit chilly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because the window's open, there's hell of a draft. Ah, he just cut that. He cut that corner.
Well, he did a bit, didn't he?
He cut it like a cutty sark.
A cutty sark.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know who that was, but he was driving a Rover.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
No, it was that lady who was jogging. That's what she was saying.
Oh, I see.
Of course, that's what she was saying.
I see. A jogging lady with big boobs, what a thing to see.
Jogging with big boobs. Jogging with big boobs.
Now that would be a YouTube channel title challenge for us.
Jogging with big boobs.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. I would have to rename myself as Big Boobs.
Yeah.
And then
exactly,
I could just do jogging with
and
me.
you are big boobs.
Yeah.
There's an old Audi.
Imagine if I was known as Big Boobs rather than Mr. Boaty.
Would you prefer that?
No, I don't think I would.
You probably won't want to imagine it for long then, will you not?
No.
Jogging.
Or I
with big
could imagine it
boobs.
for long and just then use that imagination to feel better about being Boaty.
Yeah, you could do that.
I bet you'd love everybody to think of you as Captain Mustard, and I bet it annoys you that people call you Nigel.
Not really. Do you honestly think it bothers me?
Well, it's the same kind of thing as what's his name, Richard Wilson being called Victor Meldrew. Oh, has it been repaired, you found?
No, it's a new one.
It's a new phone?
Yeah.
What, completely brand new?
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
£90.
What a bargain.
Well, £90 excess.
Did you have to give back your old one?
Yeah. I would have just carried on using it, but where the crack there, it was like the screen just went off.
Does your insurance go up now?
No,
No.
no, I don't think you pay. You don't like build up a no claims with phone insurance.
So it was brand new with the new box and everything?
No, just the phone. You don't get anything with it.
Ah, okay.
You sure you're not too warm?
I'm certain. I'm very comfortable.
That's good to know.
Thank you for asking. You are too warm, aren't you?
A bit, yeah. I quite like it.
I'll tell you what, how about a compromise? How about we go down from 2 to 1? I could action that for you if I have your authority.
Yes, you do.
There we
2
go.
to 1.
Mama beard. Do you think it's wrong for a bald man to have a beard?
No.
Right.
Do you?
I can see why people might argue that it was wrong. I don't personally think it's wrong.
What would you argue exactly? That it's morally wrong?
No, moral is... See, I like that.
What?
The Focus convertible.
Oh, right.
I think that's a really handsome car. What do you think?
Quite like them. But they're a bit... They're also...
Fordish.
They're just lacking something. It's like with many cars, there's nothing wrong with them exactly, but they just don't really make you think, ooh, you know?
They do make me think, ooh. No.
How much did you like the Logan really?
I absolutely detested it.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought it. I mean, life would just be miserable if you had to drive that day in, day out. I hated it.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah, but I wasn't lying or saying it for effect.
No.
I genuinely hated it.
And that doesn't happen very often, does it?
Well, I'm not sure. I've only done it once.
What, hated a car?
Hated that one.
Yeah.
I mean, if I were to drive that car every day, it might happen all the time. Is that a private hospital there?
I would imagine it might be actually. A hospital for privates.
Yeah, I didn't like that car at all. Which is unusual because, in my experience, you know, modern cars, whilst you might not like them or love them particularly, it's quite rare for a modern car for you to actively dislike it because they're, generally speaking, they're too good and they're too accomplished. And
yeah,
especially
just usually just a bit too nothing, aren't they? And that car was.
that car wasn't a bit too nothing, not in my book.
Oh gosh, 10 pence a litre cheaper there.
Oh yeah. See, now because I drive older cars, because I drive, you know, often not the very best examples of older cars, then even if I drive something that's modern but a bit nothingy, then you appreciate the fact that everything just works and it's nice and it's perfectly, so you appreciate it for that. Whereas that car wasn't a bit nothing, that car actively tried to make you dislike it. I can't remember a modern car that I've actively disliked as much as that. And I think that's because it had elements about it that weren't a modern car. I mean, that's a 2016 car. And you know, stereo controls don't matter, let's be honest. But it's got 1980s stereo control unit on it. So if it's got that, then who knows how old the bloody gearbox or clutch is.
Well, that's the point. That's why they're cheap, because it's using Renault's old technology.
Right.
And that's not the worst one. The Sandero thing. That old Volvo there.
Oh, bless it.
Isn't it?
164. Yellow car, no return. Oh, yellow mini, no return.
Yeah, yellow mini.
Yeah, you get like double points for a yellow mini. It's the ultimate. It was when Boo and Little Miss played. Yellow mini was like the best thing.
Do a second gear. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not quick, is it?
It's not bad. But what a waste of time that was.
Yeah, why rush to wait? That's what I was taught.
Rush to wait.
My advanced driving instructor, that was his stock phrase. Why rush to wait?
Well, I don't.
No, I know that was a one-off. I'm sure that you drive.
I can generally drive quite restrained most places.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, I've never driven a Dacia of any nature before. You see,
No.
so that, I
Well,
didn't
me
even.
neither.
I didn't even know what it was. I didn't. My only knowledge of Dacia is that Ian Seabrook went to whatever it was, deepest Yugoslavia, to buy one, an old one, and James May used to bang on about them as a joke in Top Gear.
You did, yeah.
I didn't realise that they were just old Renaults. I know that now.
You did, yeah. Information worthwhile knowing.
Yeah. So I shall avoid that car like the bloody plague.
Well, I'd probably. I think I just enjoy doing a test drive of anything these days, because you just don't know what's going to get the views. Except for generally British stuff does seem to get views for me.
That's what you're associated with, isn't it?
That's probably why. Yeah.
People have got you in a Venn diagram. Then in people's minds, you'd be right in there with what's his name, Nigel.
Havers.
No. Oh God. Nigel Farage. Yeah, in a Venn diagram, people would have you in the same Venn diagram as like Nigel Farage and Chubby Brown and Gary Glitter and all of the Big Daddy, all of the people that are associated with Britishness. Genuinely, who did you want to win? Big Daddy or Massive Straw Piles?
Giant haystacks.
Yeah. Is it for the same reason I wanted him to win?
Probably.
Well, you knew he wasn't going to, didn't you? You know that in wrestling, the heel has to lose. That's the law. And it just would have been fun if for once they completely bucked the trend and the heel was allowed to win. But did you know that Big Daddy, before he became Big Daddy, he started out wrestling and he was a heel to begin with?
Well, yeah.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I just
there you
remember being about 12 or 13 and thinking, how is this fat man, how would he really be good at fighting? Because he's just a really old fat man.
Yeah.
And the only thing he has is some weight behind him.
Oh, he had some weight behind him.
Yeah, he's not going to have any athleticism.
Yeah, but he had the backing of the British people, especially the elderly ladies. And you know what power elderly ladies have.
Oh, they have some, alright.
Like, look at Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah.
She won a war.
For being an old lady.
Yeah.
But she didn't start off an old lady. Not many people know that.
Well, she didn't start the war.
No.
Not a lot of people know that. Oh,
Name one thing that Michael Caine doesn't know about. Yep.
Hang on, and I'm going to come up with something.
Well, I've got one myself.
Go on then.
Regional accents.
He knows all about regional accents. What are you talking
I
about?
bet he doesn't.
Of course he does.
Could you imagine Michael Caine doing a Scouser?
Yes. I don't have to imagine it. We've all heard it.
Have we?
Yes.
On what?
Boys from the Black Stuff.
He wasn't in Boys from the Black Stuff.
Yes, he was. He played Lucian.
Who?
Lucian.
I don't know that.
Oh, God. Everybody shout at the screen, please. He was the one that was played by the guy who was the Greek waiter in Minder.
Nope.
Curly black hair, big curly black hair, beard,
Right.
quite short.
That sounds like a Harry Enfield thing.
No. Oh no, not Harry Enfield of the Scousers. Hello, calm down.
Yeah, Harry Enfield really brought about the comedy Scouts, didn't he?
Oh, he did. You know, you wouldn't get away with that now, would you?
No. Oh, I saw the Fast Show on the buses thing.
Oh, that is great, that is, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
You never seen that?
No.
Oh, and he's going mental crying out the tickets.
Oh no, we've only gone down Fat Street.
Oh, the crumpet down here is rubbish. Go up the other side of town where the crumpet's lovely.
Pump it.
See, the Fast Show was a really good show, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was alright.
But then you had stuff like Hale and Pace.
Which was a bit like the Fast Show, but not as good.
Yeah, except it wasn't much like the Fast Show.
No, it wasn't, was it?
The Fast Show is it? I mean, okay, what are the top 10 British sketch shows of all time? Or what would your nominations be? Let's see if we can eliminate a few.
Big Train.
Never seen it.
Oh, Big Train's really good.
Well, Harry Enfield's television programme, that's got to be in there.
I don't really know that.
Oh, you don't remember that?
Yeah, well, yeah, I remember him. I don't remember him. I don't think I've watched it much.
Well, it was basically the Fast Show before the Fast Show became the Fast Show.
Oh, was it? Oh, I thought it was afterwards.
No, the Fast Show is Harry Enfield's television show without Harry Enfield.
Oh, right.
It's everybody who was in Harry Enfield's television show got together and did their own without Harry Enfield.
Did they not like him?
I think they wanted their own vehicle.
So, Harry Enfield wasn't in the Fast Show?
No.
Oh, I thought it was.
But one that I think's got to be right up there has got to be Harry and Paul. I mean, that was genius on another level, and it got finished way too soon, almost before it started, because it was too cutting edge. I thought that was brilliant. That would be in my top 3.
Would it?
Oh yeah, I think so. I mean, it was clever. It was really clever. That was Harry Enfield and Paul Whitehouse at their absolute best. And I think they're both geniuses.
I don't know it. I'd have to have a watch of that.
Yellow car, no return.
Yeah, good point. Sketch shows was never really my thing.
I liked Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there were some great characters in Absolutely.
Absolutely fabulous.
No, just Absolutely.
When was that then?
Oh, it would be late 80s, maybe early 90s. Late 80s, I think. But
who was in it?
people who've gone on to do really amazing things, but sometimes behind the scenes. Jack Doherty, what's his name, Moriarty, they were all Scottish.
All right.
Absolutely was really good, I thought. What else? Well, okay, would you put the two Ronnies in the top 10?
Yeah. Although obviously the trouble with something like that is it's so long ago that it's very difficult to relate to it now, isn't it?
I think some would argue that some of the two Ronnie stuff is timeless.
Some may.
What about not the 9 o'clock news?
Yeah. That's one of my favourites actually.
Top 3?
Possibly, yeah.
Yellow Mini, no return. Yes.
Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Oh, well, that's number 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's got to be number 1.
For some reason I forgot about it. Yeah, that's one that you could say has never been equalled. But then again, Big Train was really good.
Who was in that?
Simon Pegg. Mark
Don't know him.
Reed.
Never heard of him.
Really? Oh gosh. And then also there's another one that came after that. There's a really weird dark one from the 80s. No, not 80s, sorry, late 90s.
League of Gentlemen was quite dark, wasn't it?
It's not yeah, it was, but it wasn't. It was a sitcom rather than a sketch show.
Oh, right, yeah, that's right.
Can't think of what it was called.
Interesting.
It'll come to me afterwards. It will do. It'll come to me afterwards. Right, okay, what's the best sitcom ever then? Top 5.
Well, number 1 is obvious, isn't it?
Faulty Towers.
Yellow Car and Everything, yeah. I mean, Faulty Towers is number 1, full stop, end of story, no argument. Other sitcoms to be up there. Well, I'll tell you what wouldn't be in my top 5 and wouldn't even be in my top 10 is the one that is normally voted number 1.
The Office.
No, Only Fools and Horses.
Oh, yeah.
No, I never liked it. I never thought it was particularly good. Yeah, that wouldn't make it into my top. Father Ted.
Father Ted, yes. Well, I'm with you on Only Fools and Horses. I've seen. It is quite funny in places, but the trouble is, it's one of those where it's so easy for everybody to get that everything just got copied. And I always remember these. I was watching it once a few years back. I think, oh, it's quite good. But oh, I remember that. I've heard somebody say that before, and it just spoils it. Other people have spoiled it.
Right. I think it just spoiled itself by not being very good.
Look over there. R8.
Can't see. Oh yeah. I can hear it, but I can't
Father
see it.
Ted, yeah. Father Ted is.
Father Ted is genius.
Have you ever seen Spaced?
No.
There's a few others that really didn't get that big, but I thought were brilliant. There's one called The Estate Agents.
No, don't know that one.
That was fantastic. And How Not to Live Your Life.
Don't know that one.
Nope. Didn't think you would, but that again, it's I just think it's brilliant. And I've tried searching for it on on YouTube and stuff, and you can just find bits of grainy copies where the picture's shit and stuff like that, and it's just
What
not
about?
watchable.
I'll just throw this one out there. Heidi High.
No, not really.
No?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Would you put that in yours?
I've been knocked back there. I'd hold it up to see if it got podgered. Mr. Roger Button, Mr. George Roger Button, Mr. Roger Button, Mr. George Roger Button, Mr. Roger Button, George Roger Button, Mr. Roger Button, George Roger Button, Mr. Roger Button, George Roger Button, George Roger Button, Mr. Roger Button, George Roger Button, George Roger Button, Mr. Roger Button, George Roger Button, George Roger Button, Mr. Roger Button, George Roger Button, George Roger Button, Mr. Roger Button, George Roger Button, George Roger Button, Mr. Roger Button, George Roger Button, George Roger Button, Mr. Roger Button, George Roger Button, George Roger Button, Mr. Roger Button, George Roger Button, George Roger Button, Mr. Roger Button, George Roger Button, George Roger Button, Mr. Roger Button, George Roger Button, George Roger Button, Mr. Roger Button, George Roger Button, George Roger Button, Mr. Roger Button, George Roger Button, George Roger Button, Mr. Roger Button, George Roger Button, George Roger Button, Mr. Roger Button, George Roger Button, George Roger
Boats would like to express his heartfelt appreciation to his amazing channel members. Your support means the world to him, you're all fucking legends and he thanks you from the heart of his bottom. Channel membership are now available from just 99 pence per month. Thanks also to everyone who supported the channel in other ways with super chat, super thanks or just by watching the videos and leaving your knob alone when the advert come on. If you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing. It's completely free, easy to do, and it will make boats clutch his little tinkle with excitement when he sees his subscriber number increase. And if you enjoyed this video, or any others, please do stroke that like button gently but firmly, and leave a comment. If you can't think of anything to say, just tell him which is your favorite Frebento spy. I like the steak and gravy. If both tasted a good or one of those, I wouldn't have left him. See you on the next video. Oh, and I'm not wearing any panties.
Mr. George Roger-Boaty. Mr. George Roger-Boaty. Mr. Roger-Boaty. Mr. George Roger-Boaty. Mr. Roger-Boaty. Mr. George Roger-Boaty.
Name's Roger-Boaty. Mr. George Roger-Boaty.